Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Objectively Responsible Show. I am John Mauricio. This afternoon, I have one very good-looking guy who is a professional businessman, and believe me or not, he's a good friend of mine. Welcome to our show, Riz Villasenor.
Thank
All
you. Thank you,
right,
Joe. Thank you.
sa fellow Athenians. Hey, one big fight. All right, but the reason why you're here is like what's going on with MedPro. You you are you are number one in Illinois, according to Chicago Tribune. Number one small business in the Chicago area or Illinois state of Illinois. So how'd you manage to get that?
Well, thank you, Joe, and thank you, Veronica, for hosting me here. It's really a pleasure, as always, to be with you guys. Well, probably for those who knew about our company, as you alluded to, Joe, last year, we won the top place
Yes,
for
yes.
the top workplace by Chicago Tribune in the small business category, which is 250 employees and below. So this yearly event that Chicago Tribune hosts involves like several hundreds of companies in the Chicagoland area. So you have the small business category, 250, and then you have the 250 to 500, and then the big boys, the 500 employees and more. So this is the second time that we won the award. 2015, we were number 7 in our category.
And jump to number
And
one.
last year, we were number 1. So it's something I'm really so proud of us professionally and personally, because as I tell my employees or my staff, you can win awards for something that you did for your company, like you built a product and you become a best in that product, on the production. But to win a top workplace is really important for me, because it's a validation of your company's culture.
Now let's
And
talk about that culture. That's the thing that really triggers something within me. Culture.
culture is the way you work together, right? So as I always say, there's big companies, successful companies in Wall Street, financially successful. But you see also in the news that sometimes, when the companies don't do well, you hear the CEO and some of the leaders of this company do something that unexpected. I say these things because I believe that those companies who try to implode when they're faced with big problems don't have a great culture, right? So I say that because if a culture for me is something that like on a personal level, right? If your company is based on your solid values and your staff are aware of what the company stands for, that becomes the foundation of your company. So whatever we do, and for all the problems and for all the successes, it keeps us together because we have a great culture in the company. I invite anyone who want to join us in one of our staff meetings in MedPro. We normally have a regular staff meeting every week, and we serve lunch.
Oh,
You know.
let me tell you about that. This guy is getting up at 5:30 in the morning to cook for his staff and employees and friends. Correct?
Yes, that's true, and that's something I
That
love doing.
caldereta is very delicious.
You love my caldereta.
Yes.
That's something I'd love to do. For many years, I've been doing that, and it has become a tradition in MedPro that every Monday I cook lunch for the staff. My wife Mary Lou saying that, why are you cooking so early in the morning on a Monday? We can buy and have it catered, for the employees. But I said it's different. This is something that I like to do. This is relaxing for me. Cooking is relaxing, and this is my way of returning to my staff a favor. And this is the way I appreciate all the hard work.
Father's Day last Sunday. Guess what this guy was doing? He cooked for himself and for his employees instead of going out and celebrate Father's Day, hey,
Yeah.
that's really something.
Yeah, that's something I enjoy doing, and that's something that over the years has really kept me grounded, if you will, right? Because just like anything that you do, like I was just watching Mr. Maxwell, a
Mr.
minute with
Yeah.
Maxwell, and he talked about this morning. He talks about finishing,
Uh-huh.
right? So a sense of accomplishment, you finish something, and to your question, that's what cooking does for me.
Oh.
When I wake up early morning, I have a small ritual, like I go downstairs and start to cook. For me, it's finishing something, and when I finish a dish, which I enjoy doing, I have a sense of accomplishment. So in my small
Good.
way, every morning I created those small rituals for me. It has all the structure that I have in the morning, and cooking is something that I do.
What else make you tick?
So basically, I wake up every morning, and I wake up with a sense of gratitude. If you can say many things, and you can think about many things that you can be thankful for, there's gonna be no room for anger. There's gonna be no room for negativism. If you
Right.
start with that, and I think it's the right way to start the morning. And as I was saying, Joe, during our Ateneo days, to be a man for others, way when we were young, students, and we have big dreams, and we want to
Yeah.
achieve a lot of things, right? When you are younger, there's so many things that you want to achieve. You want to be like you. You were so excellent in school, and you went to the United States to do your education. There's so many things that you want to achieve when you were young.
Yeah.
But we realize as we grow older, we can achieve those diplomas, gain all those, accolades from universities, and, do other things. That doesn't really make us truly happy,
Exactly.
right? Because if you have a degree and you have a second degree, you can have a higher degree,
Yeah.
right? So there's no end. So therefore, kind of like it's a Buddhist kind of, philosophy. If you remove yourself of wants, then you can be truly happy.
Correct. So what else?
Um, the other thing too is I go back to being a man for others, right? So if you focus on other people, if you focus on, like for example, I have two great kids, right? Focus on my family, focus on my staff.
Yeah.
Just be focusing outside yourself. I think is the true measurement. I think that's the truest source of happiness and fulfillment.
But where do you get your energy?
That's where you get your energy, right? Because you are not so consumed about yourself, right? So, for example, like I'll be honest, I have a lot of stressful situations in the office. I have a lot of things that I need to accomplish. But sometimes, you don't feel as passionate when you wake up in the morning. I say my morning rituals, right? But you wake up every single morning, and there's an ebb and flow of life, right? In the morning, I am not as strong as I was yesterday, right? I go to the gym, and the weights that I can lift yesterday, I can't. So because we're humans, right? But when I go to the office and I go inside in MedPro, and I see the employees, they inspire me.
Yeah.
I consider it like kind of like a centrifugal force. As soon as you get
Yeah.
in and you get into the mix, you get
Yeah.
energized by the positive energy around you.
You're getting rid of all the negative ones.
Yes.
The circular movement.
Mm-hmm.
But I admire your virtue, your passion. Yeah, that's really something that maybe a lot of Filipinos should follow your footstep. As a businessman, that's a good culture to copy. One thing though, every Monday you have this staff meeting. I never seen a company who invited outsider to their own staff meeting, and I was really impressed with that. It's just the inclusiveness of this
Yes.
company.
Yes.
Inclu- People from schools, kids. Talking about kids, so you have a program for kids.
Yes. I'm very proud of that. That's one of our our passion. We have what we call a growing up clinic. Okay, that's a
Yeah.
really thing that we did. We are on our 5th year. Basically, the concept is that during summer, we bring the kids to a sports clinic, basketball, baseball, swimming, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I said, how come there's no clinics to teach the kids the skills they need to grow up?
Uh-huh.
How do they deal with bullying? How do they deal with peer pressure? How do they have like develop good study habits, like social media? So I got together with
The city? I mean, with the village?
with somebody with folks in our city, basically psychologists. And I told them I had this great idea. You want to work with me? So we developed a program for the kids, and we're doing this for like 5 years now. And basically, it's an interactive session that we have with the kids. 2 years ago, we added a session with the parents. So because the parents also need to know, because if the parents and the kids don't talk,
Uh-huh.
they spend most of the time in school, right?
Yeah.
So all their influences from school,
Correct.
that's how they develop their personalities, right? So therefore, if the parents don't talk to their kids, where do they find some anchorage, and where do they find how they're gonna deal with these problems now in the modern world? So it was a successful,
Good idea. Very
it's a
good
successful
idea.
project.
Well, any more projects?
Well, of course, on a regular basis, we have our regular run and walk for colon cancer. We have our Bring Your Parents to Work Day. You heard about that?
No.
Okay. We started like 3 years ago. We bring our parents there. And basically, we invited all the parents of the staff to be in the company for like half a day. Of course, I cook lunch, and then we do a introduction of the company and what we do, and we give them some souvenirs, and then it's a photo opportunity for the parents to sit with the staff member in MedPro, and they see how they work, and that's how they appreciate working for MedPro.
Wow.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you
as
very
always.
much. And again, we really enjoy talking with you and sharing your passion and your dreams.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, this is Joe Mauricio. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.